Let's talk about the 4 parts of Medicare. If you are approaching Medicare, you are being bombarded by information and probably very overwhelmed. So I like to use this chart behind me that I created as a starting point. It gives you an overview of the 4 parts, and you will start to realize it's not so complicated. Now, if you notice as I go through this, it's in a chronology. It's in order of when things started to be offered. By presenting it that way, I think things will be clear. So people are typically majorly confused about what is original Medicare versus Medicare Advantage. And again, this chart, it's going to clear things up. So in 1965, when Medicare was first offered to Medicare beneficiaries, it consisted only of Medicare Part A, hospital coverage, and Medicare Part B, doctor coverage, everything outside of the hospital. That was it. There was no C, there was no D. And what happened is that this is the program now that is managed by the federal government, by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So someone new to Medicare back in the 1960s, their only option was to go into original Medicare. The way the program works, it is set up fee for service. Your doctor determines your medically necessary care, and Medicare is not designed to cover every dollar of an approved claim, so people could get a Medicare supplement policy to fill in some of the dollar gaps of an approved claim. Then in the late 1990s, legislation was passed, and Medicare Advantage, also known as Medicare Part C, was born. And what this law did is Medicare can now contract with private managed care companies to handle your Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B services. So in effect, it creates an alternative for the Medicare beneficiary to have their care handled by a managed care company instead of the federal government program. So the bottom line is, if you join a plan, then that managed care company is going to deliver your Part A and Part B services, and Medicare's going to pay the managed care company some money to do this. So here you have those 2 paths, right? Everybody starts by signing up for A and B, and then they decide, do they stick with original Medicare, or do they stick or go to a Medicare Advantage plan and have a managed care company manage their care. But now let's complicate things a little further. It wasn't until 2006 that Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage was born. So when you're signing up and you're like, why do I have to make so many choices, so many different enrollments? Because prescription drug coverage was not initially a part of original Medicare. And Medicare Advantage plans have Part D built in. So if you're in original Medicare, you're going to stick to the federal government program. You're going to sign up for A, you're going to sign up for B. You're hopefully going to get a Medicare supplement policy, typically Plan G or N, and you're going to sign up for a Part D plan. In the alternative, you could sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan, and your A and B services will be handled under that plan, plus your drug coverage will be with that plan. So which is the right path for you? This video is not going to give you that answer. This video is to give you the structure, the framework, so that when you start to get more into the weeds, into all the details, you understand where each piece of information falls. So I'm here. I help people across the United States. If you want to reach out for me, or you can just continue to watch my different educational videos, and I'll help you figure out your path.